Hello and welcome to our second round coverage from the 2018 MVP Open at Maple Hill. We've got the lead card. We're here at the Disc Golf Pro Tour, beautiful venue. BigSexy commentary is here with you, Nate Sexton and Jeremy Koling.
And we had Nikko Locastro firing off a hot 51, 8 down, and a slew of other players. Steve Brinster, Nate Sexton, didn't see who's the
Matt Dollar on the card.
Wow, okay. So,
yeah.
But there's another 2 or 3 other guys.
Austin Hannum, Paul Macbeth,
yep.
A couple, Calvin Heimberg, I believe.
Yep.
Hole 1, par 4, 835 feet downhill. One of the most beautiful starting holes you're ever going to see. You got to clear the lake, find the road ideally in the middle so you don't have to deal with Christmas trees. We are on an active Christmas tree farm here. And then you've got the stone wall and the Pro Tour wall playing as OB.
And Nikko, a former winner of this event. Back at the time it was the Vibram Open. I believe that was in 2010 or 11 maybe.
I'd believe it.
Rocking a new do these days.
I like it.
I do too. He's had the short hair and he's had the afro. This time he's done the short fro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a combination of both. I kind of like it.
This didn't quite get the turnover he's looking for. It's good distance, but it's not right down the middle.
Steve Brinster,
New England's finest, the best player from this neck of the woods over the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah, probably 15 solid years at the top.
I'd say Mike Moser would say, hey, I'm up here too doing
He'd be like, whoa, 13 years ago I was better than Brinster. Back off.
Right, but Brinster's been doing it for a long time. The seasoned veteran. He's always in the mix up here at this tournament and definitely the hometown favorite.
Got to be a destroyer. Not a whole lot of turnover there, really none. And a little bit of hyzer, so clearly safe across the water, but again, going to be a little bit obstructed.
Nate Sexton.
Nate, got a question for you. What do you and the 2 other competitors that have teed off already have in common?
Wow, we like Italian food?
Yep. And you're former U.S. champion.
Oh, that's a good one. Well, actually, I'm a current U.S. champion, sorry to say.
And a former, right? Or
not yet. I will be soon.
Okay.
Unless I win again. This is my destroyer. Got a nice turn on this. Really happy with the shot.
Yep. That's heading right for that road, which is where you want to be. Gives a really good angle into the approach.
Matt Dollar.
And look at this. 2 days in a row at the MVP Open, we have a MVP sponsored player on the featured card. This time it's the lead card, Matt Dollar from Georgia.
And this is my second round in a row playing with the money man. He went with something very overstable there. A little bit of flex on it, but it's gone pretty well left. Although, if anyone likes that spot, it's him with his thumber game.
If you haven't seen Matt Dollar play before, you are going to see a lot of overhands, and you're going to see a lot of really strange ways of doing things that you'd probably do in other ways. But
he's doing it better than you.
Look at this. I mean, who else?
I think he's the #1 thumber player in the world.
He's got to be. I mean, like Schwebe from North Carolina has been given a lot of credit, Brian Schweberger, but he doesn't do it in the same way Matt Dollar does it.
And Steve's got too much turn on this putter. This is over the stone wall, OB in a difficult position.
Such a hard shot to throw a backhand putter on that green from that spot where he was. You really need to be about another 60 to 80 feet.
And here is Nikko lining up a flex forehand.
And we've seen this a lot from him this season. He's really been working on that forehand game. It's kind of, I don't think that he put enough pace on that to really go for it. It looked like it was maybe a layup. That height, it didn't really look like he was attacking the wall.
Here I'm thinking forehand. I don't really want to hit the gap. Everybody does that. I want to get it out wide, come around, and grab the green.
Are you kidding me? All right, so first off, you're making that up. The whole thing about not intentionally hitting the gap is ridiculous. Wow. I have never seen... You're kind of flashing the ring there.
A little bit. That wasn't a great shot.
You got away with it, and you were inside the circle.
Solid upshot from Steve there. He'll have that left for bogey 5.
That's an Omega from probably 20 years old.
That's
He's got some really old flippy discs in his bag.
Nikko takes a good run at the basket. He'll have that left for par. I am putting for birdie from 20 feet.
I mean, give yourself some credit. That's like 24 feet, 25.
Thank you. Always feels good to get that first one. A little bit of nerves every single time.
I mean, it's the 6th hardest hole in the course. Averages about a third of a stroke over par. And look at that, just super easy. Matt Dollar with the MVP phase approach thumber, really slow panning, overstable disc with a big skip at the end. Awesome shot there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful thumber.
Displaying that technicality that he has, you know, the East Coast style of maneuvering their way through the woods. Those overhands, they got some really fun lines to them, that's for sure.
Something I wish I could do. I know you kind of can. You know, I feel like I'm a pretty well-rounded player. Thumber, I don't have even
I've never
an ounce.
even seen you try it.
I could do like 100-foot one out of the woods. That's it. So I'm pretty jealous of that skill that he has. Hole 2, par 3, 350 feet, stonewall OB along the entire right side. Big jump there from Tina. And we've got the island of trees here on the left. This ditch is inbounds, but a lot of shots will come to rest there. If you get a little low, you hit a tree. The roller is also a popular play, and that's a tricky one with the ditch.
I wonder why you foreshadow the roller. Is that because you're going to be throwing one here?
Well, I always do.
This is controversial for me because I call this the Nate Safeton play. It's the best way to stay away from out of bounds, but you get that ditch in the way.
Yeah, but it's an easy up and down generally from there. Not a great shot though. I put too much angle on it, and I'm in the mud.
Literally and figuratively.
Dollar's like,
oh my
good
goodness.
idea, dude.
All right, well, Dollar is rolling an insanity here, and this play itself is insane to me.
Oh man, he got the bridge just perfect. That's not bad. He's looking at a birdie from 40 feet.
You can't see the bridge from the tee, so that's just super bonus material right there.
Yeah, but you don't really need it. If you get right of the bridge or on the bridge, generally it powers through. Nikko's like, good idea, dude. Let's go roll it.
Are you guys kidding me?
We're professionals and we're on the lead card, man.
Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, well, that's what the roller can do for you.
That's a good shot right there. Just outside the circle.
I'm not going to lie. I've tried it in the past. I don't know if I've ever gotten inside the circle, but... And Steve going for the crazy backhand drive. And does not get any turnover out of his hand. And that's going to be fine. That's a good kick. If he kicks anywhere left or straight down from where he hit, could be bad news because there's some tricky shots. It doesn't look like that's that much of in the way, but
with the uphill and the low branches combined, it can be pretty bad over there.
Yeah,
if you find the wrong place, you might be looking at a little forehand roller, some kind of escape shot. I'm just going to lay this up. I didn't really have any play to go for the chains.
Smart.
I appreciate that.
It's the everyman play for sure.
Absolutely it is. That's how they would do it at home. And Matt, wow, he is so dangerous from that range.
Yes,
really
he is.
fantastic with that floaty little spin putt. Nikko no slouch from circle 2. Yes. Very smooth. See that again.
He's a player we've seen pick up that old putting confidence swagger that he really had lost for a number of years between maybe the last 6 years or so, where he just wasn't quite striking the way he was at the early 2010 March. When he won the USDGC and was winning at NTs and was really the hottest player in the world. It's exciting and dangerous to see him when he's putting well.
Yeah,
he
for
has
sure.
all the confidence in the world everywhere else.
Exciting for the fans, dangerous for you and me.
Yeah, exactly.
Hole 3, par 3, 410 feet through the woods. This one you're going to want to go with a fairway driver, probably, maybe even a distance driver if you've got a nice flippy one. Backhand down the middle, a little bit of turnover and a little bit of fade is really the only way to make birdie. Super demanding shot. You can play a layup forehand, you can play a layup mid-range, but most players are going to see if they can attack here, just try to clean up whatever mess they find themselves in after kicking off a tree.
Super wide with Nikko, but if there is a fairway lined up for the style of Nikko throws better than this one, you have to show me.
Yeah.
Because this is his style all the way. Kind of surprised. It didn't seem like he really committed to that
Didn't have
speed.
the power.
Yeah.
This is a play I learned from Big Germ.
Well, that's a quarter. Thank you very much.
I'm going with Big Germ style here. I want to attack on this hole, but the first day we had about a 10-minute backup. And when I'm standing looking at a gap that you got to hit to be even in bounds,
yeah.
after 10 minutes of waiting around, I'm not interested. This day we didn't have as much of a backup, but the forehand had worked for me day one, so I just stuck with it.
Sure.
Dollar throws a nice shot there, puts
Really?
himself edge of circle 2.
Beautiful shot. I believe that was his photon. I'm learning these discs as I go. They have a ton of molds, so it's hard to keep up with all of them, but
We'll do our best.
we will.
Steve, just off the tree, and that can be dangerous over there.
It seems like that's the kick 99% of the shots get on this hole. They always kick left.
Oh, man, what a recovery, though.
Oh,
Beautiful recovery shot. Out of the woods, hyzering up the hill, and he's absolutely parked.
and he's out of the picture to the right, so you could see all the woods he had to deal with. That was impressive.
I'm going R-Pro dart here, slinging it up.
Is that one of those Nate Sexton darts? Or is
It
it
is.
just
It is.
Okay.
Hard to find. I get a lot of messages on Facebook. I don't have any for you guys. I'm sorry. Someday, hopefully, we can make more.
Are you asking him to stop asking?
Yeah,
You know it's just going to get people to ask for more.
it won't work.
Okay. And Dollar from that dangerous range, looks like he has a few trees in his way. Maybe he has to get tricky here. Oh, that's really tricky.
And here's a question for you. I don't know if
Okay.
they were doing this for everyone, but see this camera on top of the basket?
Oh, okay.
I feel like that changes. Like, I could hit that.
Yeah.
And it could, if that's not there for every group,
Yep.
it's a little bit, it's a little interesting to me. I noticed it as I'm putting. Yeah, that's a cool angle. You could get some shots. I don't know whose camera it is, but at the same time, it's a pretty big thing up there that could definitely get hit by a
Certainly.
disc.
Yeah. And the course should always be the way it was when the first person in your division teed off.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about that legally, by the rules of the game. I'm not sure that's exactly fair. Though obviously it's a pretty nitpicky thing.
Well, I want to tell you something. A little secret.
Was it there for everyone?
I put it there.
Oh, okay.
Just for you guys.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I got some sweet footage. And Matt Dollar waved, and I have that video saved on my computer right now.
It's your background of your phone. That's
what it
awesome.
is. Yep.
Hole 4, par 3, 250 feet downhill through the tunnel. This one, you're either going to see a backhand up the middle trying to land a little short, take a friendly skip, or a forehand anhyzer out around the outside. Or if you're lucky enough to see Matt Dollar, there's absolutely going to be a thumber here.
Or a grenade, or a jump putt, apparently.
True.
We've seen some
We've
different
seen
routes.
it all. There's a lot of options here.
But gravity is your friend here. Just get something through this initial gap.
This is the number 1 option. Oh, man, but just a little right.
And it's the number 3 result. Because the best you can do is a 3.
That's true. That is the number. I'm using that same dart that I approached with on the last hole.
Okay.
Slight hyzer, just try to play a little bit to the left of the basket.
Oh, heck yeah. A little tree there on the green. That's nice. That's about 15 feet.
Yeah, I like that spot. Dollar just kind of smokes a thumber down here and just hits something. That's what he's done both rounds. It's moving fast, but he's got the wall behind the pin. I mean, obviously a thumber drops quick, but he's throwing it hard.
Something about this hole with the water being behind it that I get so frustrated when I see people throw shots that hit trees on the green or just moving like they're going towards the water, and that's what I love right there. What Steve just did there, kind of what you
shot.
did there, because you did hit a tree, but it wasn't like you were going that much further.
No,
past it.
not much.
But that sidearm anhyzer route brings those trees into play, and I see so many shots kick right towards the green, and it just is like, it's just not as pretty to me. So I guess that's why I don't do it.
Yeah, it is interesting to me to, you would think, oh, there's a sidearm anhyzer play, Nate and Germ are taking it, but
Nope.
this hole, no thank you. Great putt from Dollar there, edge of the circle, connects for his birdie.
One of the few players to say thank you before the clap started.
Polite guy, man.
Yeah, exactly. He knows what's coming.
Steve in for birdie. I've got a birdie, and Nikko will clean up a par. hole 5, par 3, 285 feet over the water. There is a play up the fairway over the land, but you will not see really anyone take it. There's not really a chance for birdie. So you really have to play very wide over the water, turn over putter or forehand. If you do not get in bounds, you're going to the drop zone. You're taking a 4 or a 5.
Or a 6 or a 7 or 8.
Yeah, those are all in play.
Mm-hmm. I think in the Ace Skins, Paul Ulibarri, there's the first 6 holes you play. Oh, did you just... Okay. Well, I had a story, but...
It's not a good shot. I got too... I think I made a mistake where I was just sort of looking at the basket, like, okay, just throw up a big hyzer. The ace is it. And I kind of forgot that there's a gap to hit.
There is still a gap to hit.
And I took a couple kicks, and I went straight in the water.
Oh, and Dollar with the friendly bounce right back to the... And look, there's the GoPro on top of the basket again. Mm-hmm. Is this a theme? Does this continue?
At least some.
Yeah. And Steve with a nice turnover here. Looking really nice. Beautiful shot. Great commitment on that speed and angle. As much as we've seen Nikko go forehand, surprised he's not lining that up, but I guess not too surprised considering how exquisite of an anhyzer thrower he has been.
This needs a little more height.
Yeah, that looks a little low.
Yeah, it's low, and that's OB. Nikko and I will have to go to the drop zone. I'm bringing out the Star Rat, new disc to my bag.
That's a good, safe play over to the right side. You don't want to get too cheeky pushing that wall, and
for sure.
The last thing you want to do is be throwing 5 from 180 feet.
And Nikko goes with a putter. Beautiful shot. Right to the pin.
Looks like a wizard, but I don't really know what he's throwing for that shot. It's a disc that he's been throwing well for so long.
Here's me for a bogey.
No.
I don't really know.
Can we get a NoMez, please?
He said he didn't have the angle, but you could hear the gallery clapping. I mean, that putt was pretty center. Everyone was clapping, but it fell down behind the barrel. They couldn't see. I had to turn and go, sorry, guys.
Yeah, wow.
But a painful time to take a spit out because, not that every stroke's the same, but double bogeys have a particular stench that I don't enjoy.
And there's a lot of stenches near this pond here, so that's the foulest odor of them all, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bogus. Double bogus.
Double bogus. Great birdies from Matt and Steve. Yep. Bogey for Nikko. And I will take a double bogey, give away the 2 birdies that I'd worked for, back to even par.
That's how this course plays. It's such a roller coaster ride. Just these OB walls that come in play on these tight holes.
Yep.
So all the work you do is just in the blink of an eye, it's gone.
Yep. Hole 6, par 3, 375 feet. One of the most treacherous holes on the Pro Tour, really, and among all the courses that we play. It's so difficult with the stone wall OB down the entire right side, and it has a kind of an awkward little bend at the end where you find that secondary fairway that's very narrow and at least 80 feet long. So you really have to just throw a perfect shot.
Speaking of perfect shot.
This is a very nice shot.
Yeah.
Not without really the speed to reach the pin, but he's not going for that. Like, that's exactly what he wants. Right there, a look at the basket, 70 feet.
A good MVP ad there as he's throwing a vector, as you can see on his stamp. Steve going with probably an old school rock of some sort.
And this is moving a little bit. It's a bad kick, too.
Oh, no, that's going to put him... He's in bounds. There's a little silver lining there, but he's going to have to come up with something really creative from that spot. There are so many trees and leaves and branches and all this crazy stuff in the way between him and the basket.
And Nikko, pretty anhyzer shot. Forehand down, big skip.
Yeah.
He's loving that.
All right, just outside, between circle 1 and circle 2 somewhere.
It's a great shot.
It's going to have to be a layup from there. There's just no way to get to the pin, I would imagine, from that spot. But really nicely done to secure the 3. And this is just a hyzer.
You don't like that.
Even if it misses that
It's
tree.
still going OB. Yeah, I knew right away. Too much hyzer, out of bounds, and this is a very difficult place to be.
And can you see the pin from where you're standing?
Yes.
Okay, just barely. And wow.
This was a very much more scary shot than I made it look. That was fantastic shot for me, throwing back to the basket.
And you see a flick roller from that spot. Steve Brinster, that's going to put him inside the circle.
Right at the edge.
Mm-hmm. And the roll back didn't really help him much. It's going to leave a branch in the way of his low ceiling or his low stance that he has with his straddle putt.
Dollar looking for a huge 2, just a little bit over the basket.
Like I said, Nico's just, you just kind of have to lay up from there. Well, good effort on it.
Really good effort.
You can see there's just the technicality of that is so difficult.
Brinster to save 3, 33 feet away, just low.
Yeah.
Dollar makes a par. Fantastic drive for him.
Yeah, par always feels... it is a par 3, but a par always feels like you walking off the hole like it's a birdie.
Oh, yeah.
375 feet, hole averages 376.
Wow, almost perfect. Just lengthen it by a foot.
Just do it. Just say it's 376. Who cares?
Hole 7, par 3, 370 feet, uphill, and a very, very straight tunnel here. Best shot is going to be a backhand fairway driver with a little bit of flip to it, but you have very little room side to side to work with. And then see if you can split this last gap or hyzer where these two gentlemen are walking and have a little bit, maybe a female as well, sorry. And have a look at the 40-footer from the left side. Dollar is very early off a tree. And that is, even a par is almost out of the question from there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything that doesn't split this first and then second gap and then stay in the middle, you're laying up for, best case scenario, a long putt for par. Yeah,
Nikko, normally a very aggressive player, he threw that shot just right up the middle, turned around and said, I don't play with this hole.
Yeah, it's rare to see that kind of discipline, especially from Nikko, who has always been one of the most aggressive players. Interesting play to see the guy who's leading the tournament currently. Actually, Matt Dollar appears to be.
I'm going forehand. I don't really care if it goes down there or stays up, but stays up is great.
Yeah, you can actually get further down to the pin by hyzering down the hill to the right because there's less trees, and it also breaks down the hill.
Dollar goes forehand roller. It's moving a little left, and he's still kind of off the fairway.
Yeah, he's playing army golf here. Left, right, left, right.
Nikko with a nice flex shot. Perfect touch.
Great game plan right there. That's really impressive to see him do that. It's not the style of play that we're used to seeing from Nikko.
Dollar goes thumber. This has got a lot of speed.
Oh, man.
And it's hard to make that disc stop. If it's laying on its top like that, it's going to skip big. I am just trying to lay up here.
Oh, so that's where you're... What is that red disc you're throwing?
Orc.
It's an orc? Okay.
Yeah.
Something you have always been known for throwing quite a bit and haven't been throwing that much this year.
The courses are kind of going away from orc style, but every time we come back to Maple Hill, I know I'm going to need them.
Oh, yeah. Good technical driver. And this is Dollar for his bogey.
Outside the circle, drains it.
Yeah, that's the way to save it.
That is so good. Terrible drive, and best case, really, a 4 from there.
Such a unique style for that putt.
The season is over, and it is time to order your 2019 Pro Tour trading cards. Top 50 MPO, top 15 FPO, plus our limited release specialty cards. Pre-orders are guaranteed at least one limited release specialty card in each pack or deck.
Bogey from Dollar, pars for the rest of the group. Hole 8, par 3, 320 feet right over Eric Oakley, and he does stand there during tournament play. It's a controversial thing, but he will stand there, and if you hit him, you hit him. He says he won't move. I hope he stays true to it.
Eagle's like, get out of here, man. They're trying to do their job, but I want to show them where to go.
Nikko going forehand here.
Wow.
We've seen him ace this backhand.
Yeah, made Sports Center.
He's looking to ace it another way.
Okay.
Little short, but a beautiful shot.
Great shot there.
Steve going with the rock, I would think.
High and kind of stally, coming straight down in. Beautiful shot
Nice
there.
throw.
And this hole has seen a lot of different pin placements over the years. I think just maybe 3 that I can think back on, and this is just the best one. It's just so beautiful to have that shot just over the water.
Yeah, I like this hole.
And it's exciting, you know. There's an ace run potential, and it's always fun to challenge these trees here if you're going sidearm or just throw right at it with a mid range.
I'm going with a Firebird.
And that appears to be a little bit right side, but not bad at all. It's the smart, safe side of the pin to land on.
Mm-hmm. Stay away from those trees.
That's right.
And Dollar getting a little bit right. This is going a little too straight, but he misses the trees. He was pretty worried about those trees, because if you hit those straight in the water, then you got to go to the drop zone. Dollar from 34 feet. Ooh, airballs it, but there's a tree to save him at least. I'm in for birdie. Nice putt from Nikko for his birdie. And we've got some pretty short cleanups. Steve for birdie, Matt for par. Matt cleans that up, and we're on to hole 9. Par 3, 420 feet, blind up over a hill and then over an OB kind of little finger of the lake. Eric Oakley, Eagle finally pushed him over after all those efforts all the way up the hill. He got him down. It looks like he's going to stay down for now. You got to get over this OB. I mean, we said it yesterday. So a deuce is, I mean, though Dollar did do it yesterday, it's really a crazy hole to get a 2 on.
Further, go.
Nikko wants a little more flight out of that.
Looked like a good tee shot, though. Up the gut, over the hill. Can't really go wrong with that.
Steve, similar idea. Putter.
Up the gut, over
Hits
the hill.
one tree and
Can't
kicks
complain
to the
about
top
that.
of the hill. He can see the basket from there.
Mm-hmm. And you're going with that orchid guy,
Yeah,
see?
forehand to work here.
And once you get over the hill, are you worried about finishing too far right?
Absolutely, I worry about it.
Okay. So we're up and over the hill, and now the right part comes into play, and now that sets up a difficult second shot.
You don't like that spot.
Yeah. I wonder if that hit a spectator. It looked like it may have struck somebody.
I don't know. I hope they're all right.
And this is a great play. If you have the thumber here, the best way to get over a hill and continue the speed is the thumber, because as it rotates, it continues going forward. That has not stopped flying yet.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to cue it up again.
Is this attacking the green?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. And it has been smacked down to Kembe Mutombo, but that's a decent spot. He should be able to jump putt across from there.
And Nikko from the top of the hill, probably looking at about 200 feet here. Going to go with a putter.
Where are you going?
I don't think he likes it.
You said, where's it going?
Oh, off a tree into the water. He'll have an outside circle putt to save bogey. Steve is in a very similar place.
And that's... Oh, wow, I liked it until that, and that is going to put him 53 feet, 6 inches away.
But inbounds.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been worse. Dollar, going to go with that jump putt. Try to get across, save his 4.
That's got to go. And he has not put enough. He has actually hit his sponsor's sign. OB, he's going to have a putt for 5 from short of the wall. And Nate with an aggressive and very fortunate play. I was in the exact same spot. You can actually see where I kicked my feet up where your disc is.
I had almost no line, but
That's
I was
crazy.
feeling like you just needed to get something going. So
Sure.
I tried to take the risk.
Just off the top. Good effort from Steve. He tried driving the kids to school, but was a little bit late.
Nikko has this to save 4, and yeah, what a putt. That's probably 45 feet.
Look at the extension, the follow through. Woo!
Great putt.
May have even gone in without the chains. Very high up and down putting style for Nikko.
And Dollar looking at a 5 if he can stick this. And he
Wow.
can.
Great putting there. Steve just a bit too high, but man, good effort there from our lead card. Dollar monkeying around getting his disc out of the basket finally. Or was that parkour?
It was both.
All right.
Par for
done.
me. Feels like a birdie.
Yeah, that's a party.
1, 3, 2 4s, and a 5. And that does it for our front 9. Look at that. 28s across the board. I didn't realize that at the time, but everyone is tied.
It's a fancy party of scores, and
Checking in with the leaders, it's familiar name, Paul Macbeth, Ricky Wysocki. We're all still in the hunt. Great battle
And
brewing here.
Ricky Wysocki on a heater in the front 9. Ace's hole 8 is something like 8 or 9 down. I think he was 7 down through the front 9.
Pretty
So,
incredible. Join us for back 9 coverage. Thanks to MVP for their support.